guys that that are involved in our team that have to make plays and help those young guys out. And I think that's what a lot of the upperclassmen, senior leaders do, and I think we do a good job at that.
For those of us who may live on other planets, tell me about Coach Holgerson and his demeanor, and what type of person is he like, and does he change whether you're 5-0 or 0-5?
He's a laid-back guy, and I think that this type of team we're a laid-back kind of team. We're very close, and he's close with us, and I think he does a really good job with us. And, I think he's pretty much the same kind of guy. If we're 0-5 or 5-0, I think he's probably a little bit more fired up. A little bit upset if we're 0-5, but I think he's in a good place right now. I think the team's in a good place right now.
What does he do off the field, off the camera? Has he done things for you personally that you might remember years down the road?
Yeah, he's just a good guy. He's a guy that you can go to. Not many coaches have an open door policy. You can go stop in his office and you want to talk to him. I think it's really good that he's that close to us, and I think he's helped a lot of players in this team. I think just about everyone on this team, I think, enjoys playing for him.
But he definitely flips a switch when it's game day and he's on the field.
Yeah, I think a lot of it's more for show than anything. But I mean, he can definitely be a guy that can get after you if you do the wrong thing. But that's not what he's always like.
Think you ever have a coach crowd surf or player surf after a win like he does?
Nah, he likes being picked up and thrown around a little bit. I think so.
That's happened twice, right?
Twice since I've been here. Last year against Texas and this year against Kansas State.
When's the next time you plan to do it?
I don't know.
Make it a weekly tradition?
That's not a weekly tradition. The game has to mean a lot to him.
Maybe after Baylor.
That'd be nice if it's a Big 12 championship win. So yeah.
Thank you.
Playing with Cole McKivitz earlier today, he said there eventually comes a point where he gets comfortable and confidence gets built up and he kind of feels like he can handle the situations. How do you guys help him reach that point? And do you guys think he's reached that?
I think so.
That point?
I think so. I think as a senior lineman, one of 3 senior linemen, you got to help him out a lot. And I think Panky does a great job of being the other tackle, of helping him out, and I think Kyle Bosch does a good job of being the right guard next to him. And I think he's reached the point where he knows what's expected of him, and he does a good job of what we asked him to do, and he's done well throughout the first 5 games.
Did you go through a similar process when you were first starting out? Having to first kind of learn your get your niche and then figure out that you could play at this level?
Yeah, I went through a similar process. Yeah. He's actually done a lot better than I did. I only lasted 3 games, so he's made it through 5. So he's done better than I had. So I don't know if you want to. My advice for my freshman year wasn't as good. I don't think so. I think he's done a good job, and we just hope that he continues to get better each week.
What was that week like leading up to the Texas Tech game in 2012? Just the feel around, everyone was 5-0 undefeated.
I think it was something that we weren't familiar with then, and obviously, our first year in the Big 12, and we weren't sure what to expect, and obviously we weren't prepared for that game, and it showed, and we weren't prepared for the next. I think 4 or 5 games now, we lost in a row, and I think it affected us the rest of the season. And I think we got too complacent with ourselves being 5-0 that year, and we can't let that happen this year.
It seemed like that team, they had a feel that they were finally getting the respect they deserved. You guys aren't at that spot right now, I feel like. What's the difference between the feeling you have respect and feeling you don't have respect?
I think we still don't feel like we have much respect around the building. We might be ranked 12th in the polls, and I don't think that really shows much respect for any of us here. And going into the preseason, no one thought we were going to be anything, and now everyone wants to tell us how good we are. And to let that affect us, and I don't think it's going to. I think we're just continuing play with a chip on our shoulder.